Real right here at 801 North Main Street, Suite D in Andrews, helping to make home a reality for you and for your family. It is Premier Group Real, your trusted real estate professionals. We are going to go straight to Coach's comments this morning. Coach's comments with head coach Tom Harvey and athletic director Jamie Boswell is brought to you by Mike Sanchez at Texas Computer Solutions. Dimitri Figueroa will talk with Coach in a moment. I didn't do an intro, did I?
No, but
Threw me off with him
yeah,
not being here.
I understand.
Here we go. And now to talk with Coach Tom Harvey, here's Dimitri Figueroa.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Coach Harvey.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
Good, good.
We had a week off last week, right? So
Yes, sir.
Get some relaxing time.
Not really.
No,
Not really.
you never get to relax during
No,
this
not
season,
really.
do you? So Mustangs are going. We have our first district game tonight, but looking past, we didn't have a game last week. We played Bushland, a very good Bushland team, where we kind of went injured, and that team's going to compete for state in that
Sure.
division, right? So it didn't go our way, but kind of looking at that game and all the games before that, our pre-district schedule. You guys scheduled it hard for a reason. It wasn't going to be easy. What do you feel like we got out of that as a team and the experience and going into district tonight?
Well, that remains to be seen, over the next few weeks and see if it did accomplish what it was designed to accomplish. What we wanted to accomplish was to come out of it a little more hardened up. We expected to be out there in that El Paso district is why we did that. And in the past, that's killed us because they were not nearly as good as the playoff teams that we were going to see,
Right.
and it kind of set us back. And so we set up, and then we didn't wind up in that district. We wound up in a little tougher district. So, but anyway, the intent was to toughen us up for this part of the season and the playoffs and stuff like that. And I hope it accomplished that. Anyway, the next few weeks will tell that if we're more successful.
Yep. So we went into that Bushland game kind of injury riddled, I guess you could say. Right. We were down several key players.
Right.
Now we go into our bye week. What are we looking at like that? Everybody recovered. We still kind of banged up, So
Well, we weren't going to get Jonas Gonzalez back. He's our good
Right.
sophomore defensive tackle. He's been kind of a highlight all season. He had a minor knee injury that had to be repaired, and it wasn't an ACL, but it's still going to take too long. He won't be able to come back this season, but he's got a bright future. And then Jay Sean was hurt. He didn't play. Raider was hurt. He didn't play. Those guys, we really had some kids step up and play well in their absence. And then there's other kids that got hurt, and we actually got 2 or 3 kids hurt against Bushland, but they're mostly back. Jay Sean's questionable, but Sammy got banged up against Bushland, and Bo got banged up against Bushland, and they're back. So
they're back. Okay. Good. That's good to hear that they're back. Right.
Right.
That bye week probably came at a perfect time, right before district.
right. If we had 8 kids hurt, which is I think it is, we got 6 back for sure, and then Jay Sean's questionable, and then Jonas isn't coming back. So.
Yeah, I understand that hamstring. You got to make sure it's fully back because it'll linger, and you don't want it to linger.
exactly
I've
right.
talked about that already. So that's the pre-district. We're going into a district. What is our district looking like? I think they were all on a bye last week, right?
They were.
The whole district was on a bye, so we're going to be kind of going in all fresh. Big Spring, it's Big Spring, Pecos, and San Angelo Lakeview. What have they looked like in the pre-district rounds, and what are we expecting? Kind of how district's forming out. I know you said we were the favorite, I believe.
We are.
Yeah.
We still got to win it on the field, but
Yeah.
you know what? They did play well in the pre-district. I think they came out of it, as far as I know, healthier than we did. Cannon McWilliams does a great job over at Big Spring. That's who we play tonight. They're definitely better than they were last year. They were in all of their games, and I think, they're kind of on a high right now. We're going to have to play tonight.
Okay.
They're better than they're better than they have been.
Yeah, that's what I know they've been getting better as a program. You
Right.
know, McWilliams, I think he's an Andrews boy, right? So,
He's not.
He's
His
not.
dad is.
His family's an Andrews
Right.
boy. Okay, that's what it is. So, yeah. So, getting ready for our first district game tonight. So we'll take a break. You're listening to Coach's Comments, brought to you by Texas Computer Solutions, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah, I didn't know if he was from Andrews.
He
I know his
graduated
family
from
is.
McCamey. His dad was the head coach at McCamey.
Oh, okay.
He's a good
Yeah.
athlete.
Yeah. I know they still have a lot of family. here.
Lots of ties here.
Yeah.
Miss Harris,
Yeah, I had Miss Harris in 4th grade.
you did?
Yeah,
I make sure my kids had her.
Yeah, that all my kids went through her too. So.
Yeah. Good teacher.
Yeah, she is.
Good lady.
And we're back here with Coach Harvey as we're getting ready for our first district game against Big Spring. We kind of touched on it on the last segment on how that program's getting better. Mustangs coming off a bye. They're coming off a bye. A little healthier. I was, watched their sub varsity a little bit yesterday. They kind of run a spread. They throw. I think they're more run dominant. What are we looking at on their offense?
They run the ball about 80% of the
80,
time.
okay.
They are a little bigger than us. They're not a whole lot bigger than us like we've seen the last few weeks, but they play hard. I mean, they do a good job over there. I think they have only one two-way player. Name slips my mind right now. But they have one good. They're two platooning, so they're getting better as a program all the way around.
Yeah. They. So you said they're run dominant. I guess is their running back, quarterback. Who kind of carries the weight on that offense, and what are we looking at? Their key players, I guess, on the offensive side of their ball.
They run a sniffer set about 90% of the time. They run a little bit of empty. Of course, when they do that, the quarterback's the main running back. But
Right.
So to answer your question, they have two running backs, number 22 and number 13, that come in there, and then the quarterback's number 10. They were swapping quarterbacks earlier in the season, but they seem like they've settled on number 10, and then both those guys carry the ball a lot, and they keep things simple, and they're well coached, and they found a few things they can do really well, and they do a good job of sticking to those things.
Okay. So, and on the flip side, their defense, we run our offense, the slot T. Of course, they probably haven't seen an offense like ours yet. Last year, we play them every year. But what does their defense look like? They big, fast, or what are we going to see on their defensive side?
They're a little bigger than us, not sizably. They're not 250, 260 like that, but they're a little bigger than us, but not a whole lot. Their skill people on defense are good, and by that I mean their linebackers and their secondary are good, and they play hard, and they're well coached. They find a few things they can do real well, and they stick to that. It's kind of hard because they have not run one snap against a tight end. We have all their film, we can't find it.
Really?
So it's a little bit of a guessing game how they're gonna, because we run with two tight ends, so it's a little bit of a guessing game to see what they're gonna do. But we look back at what they did last year and what they did well and what they didn't do well, and kind of try to figure out what they're gonna do. So we got a general idea of what they're gonna do, but not exact.
Yeah, that's kind of one element of our offense that benefits us is they hadn't seen an offense like ours. They, like you mentioned, they've seen all spread.
Right.
So they hadn't even got to really prepare until this week for us.
Hopefully that's our advantage.
Yeah, that should be an advantage on us. So they're coming to Andrews, our first home district game. What's the weather going to be like? Do you know?
Coach Kelly told me yesterday. I asked him. I don't know why. I don't just look it up, but he kind of the
I don't
weatherman on
either.
the
That's why I'm
staff.
asking you.
I think he said it's going to be about 80.
Okay, it's chilly right now. That's why
It
I'm
is.
asking.
It's a nice morning.
Yeah, it is a nice morning. So, well, good luck to you, Coach. Go get our first district win.
Thanks to
Prepare
me,
for the
Drew.
playoffs, and we'll see you next week on Halloween, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so you're
Appreciate
listening to
it.
Coach's Comments brought to you by Texas Computer Solutions. When we come back, well, Coach Boswell.
Kickoff is 74 degrees.
74 degrees.
I asked Josh if he keeps up with it.
Actually, Ashton, my 10-year-old, he's the one that looks at it every morning.
Really?
Yes, he will look at the weather. He'll know and all that. So,
I really just asked, is it going to rain?
yeah, yeah, that's the important part, right?
No, it's going to be about 80. That's how he answered me.
Yeah, a little closer, Coach.
Okay. And we're back here at Coach's Comments, and this time we have Coach Boswell, who said he's going to hit the golf course later today. So
I am.
he is, yeah.
I'm not literally playing. I'm going to support.
You're going to
okay?
support.
It's not a vacation, sir.
Well, it's better than where I'm going after this.
You going to work?
Yes, I am.
It's about time some of us need to work, right?
Yeah. So we haven't got to talk to you in 2 weeks. We didn't talk to you last week. I know you're busy in 1 week. I don't know how you're going to cram all that in the 10 minutes we give you, but I'll give you a chance.
Okay, we ready to start? Let's go. Okay,
Let's go.
Monday we had regional cross country. We had both of our varsity girls and boys teams there, and our girls finished 10th as a team out of 24 teams in the region. And by the way, our region is really, really tough. They call it the region of doom.
Yes.
Our boys finished 7th as a team, and we had 2 girls and 2 boys qualify for state, which will be next Friday, November 1st in Round Rock. So we're very excited for them.
Nice.
Coach Floyd, Coach Vogt, Coach West have done a great job all year. So, it's awesome to see kids, excel when it matters. And then, they going to be on the state scene next week. So it's really great for them. Tuesday, volleyball went to Seminole, and we had a great crowd. A lot of football players went. Obviously, a lot of fans and parents were there. I got asked about their video board. They have a huge video board in their gym.
In their
now.
gym, do they?
$125,000 worth. Anyway.
So you got asked it when we're getting one? Is that what you
Correct.
got asked?
So, anyway, those are some plans in the future. But back to volleyball. The freshmen and JV swept, as did the varsity.
Nice.
Varsity girls swept Seminole in 3. Game 2 was one of those games that could have gone on forever. We beat them 32-30.
Oh, wow.
So, but the girls overcame and did a great job, and they're 5-3 in district. Big district match tomorrow at home versus Fort Stockton, who we are tied with for second place along with Monahans. We finished with Fort Stockton and Monahans back to back. Need a great crowd tomorrow night, tomorrow. JV and freshmen played 11, varsity right after. Last night had a full slate of games. The middle school volleyball teams hosted Fort Stockton. Second to last district game, and the 7th and 8th swept all levels against Fort Stockton. So it was a great night for them. And then on the gridiron, we had our freshman and JV at Big Spring. Mm-hmm. The freshmen won 22-8. JV won 52 to 6.
6, yeah, that's what I thought I saw.
Then we had 3 middle school games at the high school last night. 7th grade B, 50-0 win. 7th grade A won
Yeah, they had
a lot to a little.
lot to little. Yeah, I think all the scores were a lot. Yeah.
And then our JV team won 49 and
No,
nothing.
wait, that's
No,
8th grade A.
8th grade A won 49
52 to
nothing.
6.
49-0, yeah.
So, we had a great night last night. Obviously, big game tonight, district opener. It's going to be nice and cool, 74 degrees by my calculations.
Yeah.
I'm not a meteorologist, but I looked at the weather. That could change instantaneously. Swim is at Monahans tomorrow in their great venue. We have golf. We have boys. We have 2 boys teams at Rockwind and Hobbs today. Then we have the varsity girls number 2 team in Odessa. So lots of stuff going on, but it's a great time to be a Mustang.
It's always a great time to be a Mustang, right? Big Spring is one of those teams that, I think the middle school played them twice this year, right, football?
Yes.
It's one of those teams that you become very familiar with by the time you're a senior year, so when I was in school, that was our rival. There used to be a tank on the way over there that said, Andrew sucks, as we were driving over there, so, yeah.
I wonder who drew that.
Yeah.
Jim Leach, do you know who drew that?
Yeah, so good luck to you guys. Good luck. Have fun at the golf course, and I guess next week.
And Coach, I know you guys will be here a day early next week.
Yes, we play Pecos, our second district game, next Thursday because we're accommodating all the bands in the area, including ours in Pecos. They're going to the the area band contest in Amarillo next Saturday, so we're giving them a day off so they can get ready and travel. So that's why we're playing next Thursday in Pecos.
Nice.
So
Yeah, our
Thursday
band-
night lights.
Our band, if you hadn't got a chance to see our band, come up here Friday night. They're excellent, right?
They're very, very good. They do a great job.
Yeah, I tell you, we win the halftime every year. I mean, every game. So
And we're winning the pep rally right now.
are we?
Yes, we are. It's the Blackout Pep Rally.
Speaking of, in 2 weeks, I got to be at that senior pep rally.
Are you going to dance?
I'm not. That's the mom's.
I do too.
You got to be there too, right?
told I need to be.
Well, I think that your wife is going to have you dance and all that stuff.
No, I'm gonna get to record her dance.
Okay.
So-
Making sure.
Yeah, she's the one doing the dancing. She's nervous about it, and it's still 2 weeks
Really?
away. Yeah,
Come
she
on,
is.
man.
So I appreciate y'all, coaches. Good luck tonight, and I guess we'll see you next Thursday on Halloween.
Go Mustangs.
Always go Mustangs.
Jessica gets to dance 2 years in a row.
She does.